Welcome back to the city of Atlantis in Cities Skylines. And you might remember our beautiful city here and what we did last time. And I promised you that I would take a look at that. And there we go. So this is our new interchange here. And I did make some changes in there. So these rings in here, so this one and that one, they are much smaller now. So before they're going all the way very close to the edge in here. And this one was very close to this area over here. And I've also did some detailing. You know that I'm not great with detailing, but we have to try, right? So I've added a few plants in here, and I quite like these plants here. We have a tree that is a hidden feature tree, which is the biggest one, as you can see. And here in the middle, we have a little bit of flowers. Let me try to go a little bit closer. There we go. And we have these bushes in the middle here. They're actually bamboos, not bushes. And we have some flowers in the middle. They actually look pretty weird, looking like very close. But they look nicer when you look further away. And then we have these in here. I might just change that one because it's a little bit on the road there. And we have the same over here. We have these trees. We have some pine trees in the middle in here and in the middle in there. So I try to make some to play around these, and this looks quite nice. Other thing that I did was to fix the connections here with the intersection marking tool. So there were a few places where this was a little bit off, not off, off. And then I fixed those corners, and I've done also this small, like you can't even see it, but if you look closely, you can see that there is one just here that we were missing the connection there. The same goes in here, and I've done that as well. And now this looks really, really good. I'm quite happy with the results from this junction, and I think this will be a great area for us. We'll see how that goes. At the moment, if we take a look at traffic, we have 87%. That's really, really good. And yeah, this area I would say is done. And or at least like the junction, not the whole area. But the next step is to actually come over here. And what I'll have around here is a roundabout that will redirect traffic to this whole area. And that roundabout will connect to this main road over here that will go up and connect over there. And I think that will be the first part of this episode. Depending on how long it takes, I might do a few more things, but I think it would be nice if we do that first and then come back and take a look at what we are doing next. But before we do it, if you are here, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, so you can see what happened next with our city. And yeah, that'll be quite exciting. And I haven't forget that we can still upgrade our university in here. We have a couple more buildings that we want to place in there, and we'll take a look at that in another episode, not today. Today will be this main connection here, and then taking a look at what we might build in this area. And I'm quite excited to see how traffic will start using this, because at the moment everyone is using this connection over here to get into that area, and I think having that new junction over there will be really, really helpful for us. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
Making you move, it sure looks good. Playing it cool like you know you should. Put on a smile that's one of a kind.
we now have our connection to the city, and it's good to see a few cars and trucks already using it. I think as we grow this area, this will get busier. I just thought they would use it a little bit more than they are using at the moment. But at least we can see that our junction here is actually working and they are following the way that they were supposed to follow. There we go. Everything is working quite well. Everyone is using this exit, and we should see where they are going if we look at this. So we do have a few trucks in here. And this is not right. They shouldn't use the right lane there. So this is a way that we can figure out what's going wrong with our lanes in here. So I can just do this and that'll be fixed. So that's not a big issue, but it's good to see that we can find that in there. But yeah, let's close this and let's see if we are coming from here, then they're all going to the city that way. At the moment, we do have actually quite a few cars and trucks coming in from here. So we have 3 coming from this area and going over there. We have a few coming from here, as you can see in there, and going into this area over here. So this is working and I am happy to see that. I want to see this looking really busy. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, they are going in all the lanes over there and it's all working. All good. Then what I did, I set up this roundabout. I put a pathway in here, because they can't actually walk on highways. I could change that to a normal road and that would make my life easier to do a roundabout pathway builder. What is that called? This one. It's a pedestrian bridge builder. There we go. But I figured that we could make something different and leave it like that, at least for the moment. I might change this a little bit, put that close to the highway, make it look more like only one thing, but we'll see how that goes. I also left this area ready and this one, so we can grow that way, and at the end of the way over there. And the reason I'm actually thinking about this, yeah, I think I'll keep those 2 roads. I think that'll be very beneficial for this area to have those 2 main access. And if it gets too busy over here, we can keep this one as the main road and we can change that into something else. Now this is done, and then that is this area by the water here, and this will have a really nice view from there. But what do we have to do now? We do have some demand. We have some demand for residential, for commercial, and for industrial. And I'm just thinking about this right now. We could do some offices around this area. I think that'd be nice, actually. Maybe if this area in the middle here, we work with offices, and this area could be residential, or we could push the offices close to the highway. This area will still be residential and commercial. And one thing that I want to think about before we actually do anything in here is actually public transportation. I want some intercity buses in here, and I'll probably branch these roads over here, and then we'll add it over there, and we might even add a sleep lane for buses later on if this gets too busy. So that's one of the options that we have there. A metro intercity bus hub, that's what I want. So I'll just plop this down in here just to see how that looks. That looks good, actually. And yeah, I think I will get this in here somewhere. So let's bring this road from there. We should leave some space in here so there is no trouble getting there. And what I'll probably do, let me see, I might just do a straight line and then we can just pick this up and move it around here, so not close enough. Okay, what we can do is just bring this a little bit further and then we remove this and bring this all the way over here. Okay, that looks much better now. The back is to the highway, which I like. We can play with some fences over there. We can play around with this any way we want. And I'll probably just try to smooth this curve around here. And that means that we're probably gonna move this slightly again. There. Maybe even a little bit further. Now we're talking. There we go. That's what I want. And we'll get some intercity buses over here, which is great. And these will connect to metro that will then take people into the city. Now, I still don't know where we'll connect metro over there, but it's good that we have a place to start our line over here. We might have another stop around here, or we even go that way. I don't know yet, but we will figure that out. So for this area here then, I think as we start over here, we might just want to start building in this area. And I'll do some road layouts in this region, and I'll be back with you. It's enough for now. We do have water on everything. We have power. We have garbage trucks coming in here, probably for this building. And we have your academic year report. I think we are getting more students now, which is good. But yeah, this area now we need to just zone and wait for it to grow. So what I did, on all these junctions here, I used the node controller, which is this one over here, and just made it sloped. So that means it doesn't look weird. Like if I make it flat again, you have this ramp, flat ramp, and making it slope, it's very seamless. Yeah, not Lee. So what I need to do now is to actually zone, add some service, and then we're good to go. So I'll pause the game for now. And let's do our buildings. As I mentioned before, this area around here, I want to have some offices. I think that will help with demand for offices, will give some jobs to this area, and will also create a buffer for the highway. But before I forget, we can't forget to do this. I'll fix the shape of this suburb later on. Right now, what we need is just a suburb with the self-sufficient policy on it. So I'd like to apply to the whole city the same policy, but in this case, it's not possible. It's not a policy, it's a specialization. So yeah, I think that makes sense. But yeah, if you see, if you pay attention, you'll see that the shape of the roads that I did here is quite different from what I usually do. So normally I would go just for like the wavy pattern or just for grids. In this case, I did a mix. So everywhere around the outside, we are following that the terrain or the highway or whatever we have closer to us. And the internal parts, we are going for a more straight pattern. So that's the idea there. Nothing too fancy, but at the same time, I think it works. And yeah, hopefully everyone enjoys that. Now for zoning, we might do, I'm thinking about doing commercial on this side of this main road, like so. Might do one more in there, and probably everything else residential in this will make a park. What I forgot here though is actually to add some pathways. Let's do that before I forget. So one over there, I think we can have another one in here, and let's see, definitely another one over there connecting those two areas, making it really easy for everyone to go wherever they want. And I think just one more over here. And yeah, and then they'll have easy access to the metro and intercity bus hub, and that's what we need. I think, yeah, I am happy with pathways. This is all that we might need. And let's go back to zoning. how this area looks right now, and I've decided to keep some low density along here. I actually will do the same in there and there. So all the houses that overlook the river, they will be low density, and everything else will be high density behind that. And then I add some services. I added the higher or larger, bigger police station and fire station over here, because this will take care of most of this area. I've added the elder care, the child health center, and some schools, so 2 elementary schools, 1 high school over there, and this would help us quite a lot. I'm not touching public transport. I'm also not doing any detailing at the moment or connecting this metro line over here. We will do that on another episode. And I just want to explain why I remove all the trees from here. It's basically the game, if you don't know, there is a limit of trees that you can have. And as we are adding a lot of trees, for example, in here where we are detailing, then it makes sense to remove the trees from where we are building. So that's the only reason. I will leave it running. Let's put it on an angle that we can see all these being built, and I'll be right back. And there we go. This area has been built quite nicely. I like how this small block for this is commercial. Yeah, for commercial is already built up and it's looking quite nice. All the offices are in there as well. I think this was the first thing to be built, and everything else is getting through quite nicely. One thing that I want to do here is add a policy to these suburbs. I want to mark this as an old town. So if cars want to get through from here or from the highway into this area that will build in the future, they will choose to go through this main road here, not this smaller road which has lower capacity. So we don't want to make this road a place where they are all coming and going. We want to make sure that they go where they need to go. So that's city planning and Old Town. As you can see, only residents and businesses can use the area for motor vehicles and ban other motor traffic. Let's do it. Encourage biking, that's for the whole city. So I don't have any problems with that. And here we go. How many people do we have here now? 1,000 people. Yay! And it's growing. Although we don't have a lot more demand for commercial, we do for residential, we do have for commercial and office or industry. And maybe we are missing some water in there. This is easy to fix. Done. Too late. But there we go. They'll build this pretty quickly. There you go. As we do have demand for that. But I think this area is looking quite nice. This is our new area here. We have all these big mountains. Like everything feels so small when you go close to the ground and look at those mountains over there. If we get through here, you can see the river coming through in that area, and we can get in here and see this nice area and the river coming through the mountains over here. That's quite a nice place. I would like to live in here. This is quite nice. If we want to, there is a possibility to do some ferries around this area and connect to the ferry network that we already have in here. But again, this is something for later. It's probably gonna take a while until we build all this area as well, although we'll try to get this going as much as we can every episode. But I think for now we've done pretty good progress. We have everything we need in here. We have buildings with a maximum level, so that's pretty good. Some are upgrading, like this one. They are getting there. We obviously need to educate more people in this area. And if you look at this, you can see that they need to go to school for both. Do we have capacity? Yes, we do have capacity. The other one is here, plenty of capacity there, so we are good. Why are they complaining about noise in this area? Interesting. Maybe that's because of, yeah, probably the commercial. Okay. One thing that we might do is add another medical center in there. What is the one that we had here? In here? No, that's not it. That's not this one. Let me grab this. There. All right. 0. Okay. I really don't know why sometimes in my cities this just stays at 0. Or park just level up, by the way. So let's increase the price for that. Why not? Okay, so let me add another medical office or medical clinic. That's the name in here. What do we have here? Cryopreservatory and medical laboratory. No, this is what we want. So I guess we could do it. Well, could do it in here. That will solve the problem, but then we'll lose a building in there, which is fine, to be honest. I don't mind that. And one thing that I want to do to make a test is to actually change the way of these roads the other way around, just to see if people walk in there, just to see if that's the issue that we are having. I don't think so, but we can try. I think we lost something in here, and I'll bring this a little bit further. There we go. This looks like better. This one will do the same. Lot of people walking in there, which is great. Let's close this. Still 0 patients. All right, so might be something, I don't know what it might be, to be honest, but it's not working as it should. Now this area is at 2,000 people, double from what we've seen last time. We do have more demand for look at how many people just walking around here and going all the way there. Public transportation in this area would be fantastic. There's so many people. Take a look at that. Wow, I'm impressed. But yeah, I was looking at this. What we have here, we have some. We do have some commercial in there, which might be the reason why they are complaining over here. Is there much we can do? We do have a clinic. You have one over there. I might add another one just in here. What do we have here? I think we have offices in there. I don't want to remove the offices. There we go. They're healthy. All right. I'll leave it as it is. But yeah, we are now at 33,000 people. Next, oops, wrong button. Next milestone is actually 34,000. So it shouldn't take too long, as we have like a lot of people moving in and new buildings being built. I think some people going off-road over there. I really don't understand why they do this. It's like so many people crossing over there. I'll just go around here and get into that building. Why not? But yeah, this looks really good. We are just less than 150 people away from leveling up. A lot of buses coming from the intercity bus. Yeah. And come on, let's just level up a little bit. Just a little bit more. But I don't think... Well, we might level up. We're just waiting for that. Look at that, buildings being upgraded, and there we go. Another one will show up in here, and then we'll definitely level up. Yay! So we now can use helicopters and unlock a new tile, which will be very helpful. There are new buildings related to helicopters, but we now have the Ocean Thermal Energy Conservation Plant, a cargo hub, which is helpful as well. I think we might use that. Floating cafe and nuclear power plants. That's great. So there we go. We level up. We are now at 34,000 people. Next milestone is at 48, which will give us airports, which I'm really looking forward to as well. But yeah, that'll be it for today. I think we've managed to get this into a pretty good state. Lots of people walking in there. We might have issues with... Is this traffic or are they just... Yeah, they just parked. Okay. And look at that. So many people. I'm really impressed by that. But this area is looking good at the moment, and I'm happy with our new interchange connection. As you can see, lots of cars using now this the new junction that we have over there, and our new area here is getting really nice as we build it. So let me know in the comments what you think about this new area. Do you have any ideas and suggestions? Please let me know. As you saw in the last episode, I look at your suggestions and sometimes I do what you say if it makes sense for the city. So don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to have a chat about Cities Skylines or any other game that I play and I have in my channel, just join my Discord server, the link in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!